Good morning. I woke up at it's like 3 something in the morning. And I didn't think I was gonna want to make a video. I was up before that, but I didn't think I was gonna want to make a video. But God is like, oh, it's time, honey. Go ahead and do it. Yeah. So I think what everyone is getting confused about or angry about, sad about, or frustrated about me is the fact that they look at it like I'm stepping on their anointed toes. I mean, you might not have the same sense of humor as me, so don't look at me laughing as like I'm laughing with you, okay? Not at you, but with you. But you guys laugh at me, and I'm cool with it still. Anywho, they feel like I'm stepping on their anointed toes and that I'm taking their anointing from them or their inheritance from them from God. However, I was called. I was called by God. This is my destiny for real, originally. Before anyone else decided to jump on my journey, boy, it was always mine. And the crazy part is, I've been following my destiny the entire time. You know, without people even telling me I'm on my destiny route. And what people were doing was jumping in front of my destiny and trying to walk my same pace. And then jump in front every time a blessing comes. Like, oh, I'm her. I'm this and I'm that, right? And it's one of those things where they think God doesn't see them, but God sees everything, right? And they don't want to believe who I am, what I am, where I come from, or the words that are coming out of my mouth. Because I say a lot of shit. And I piss a lot of people off. You know? But that's a part of my calling too. To do that as well. Mainly because everyone is living in some form of an illusion. Okay? And what I have discovered, along with God's help, is the fact that when people are doing the dark magic, all right, they're not necessarily going to someone to say, hey, what's going on with my life? What's happening with me? Why is this not flowing? You know, why did this area stop? Whatever. No, they're going about other people. They want to get information on other people. They want to get the drop, the download, the financial reports. They want to know all the good shit about somebody else's life, your life, and my life. And to stop us from having our blessings so they can have it. And then they feel like because they got to the practitioner first before you figured out what you was about to do next and where you was about to stumble upon, or if you was about to win the lottery, or if a new person was coming into your life and they be like, oh, I got in there first. I jumped in front of her. And so this is mine. And when I say this out my mouth, what immediately comes to my mind is a little kid. It's mine. It's mine. I did it. You know. No, not her. Me. And what I want to add to that is the fact that these are grown-ups acting like children. Okay? Who peeked into my life, who followed my life, who intercepted things in my life and took them. And they don't want to be looked at as takers. They don't want to be looked at as evil or harmful or hurtful individuals. They still want to be looked at as some form of an anointed being. And all God is saying is, if you are, why you stepping on her path? Like, I give everybody an individual path. What do you think all them stars is for? All the planets, all the moons, all this, all the grass, all the sand. Individual paths. What do you think all these animals is out here for? Individual paths. Different trees. Individual paths that you are supposed to walk. Your own path. And you are actually supposed to correct the fucked up shit on your own path. You're supposed to fix the fucked up shit on your own road. Okay? You are the mapper of your destiny based upon your choices and your will. So if your will and your choices, which turns into your intentions, and you are producing fuck shit, stepping into other people's path, stealing from other folk, lying on other folk, wanting to snatch something from them, and then you've made a career out of it. Please answer this question for me. How am I the culprit? I didn't step onto your path. I didn't fuck with your shit. I didn't conjure your name up on any fucking thing. I didn't go to a practitioner about your life. You know, I'm on my path. And so as I am cleaning my path, right? And it starts getting rid of all the cobwebs in the inside, which is like a forest on the outside. And you're cleaning the cobwebs out, right? People get mad because there's a spider. They're like, I want to stay right here. This is my home. This is it. Your home is on my path. And it's my land. If I don't want it or you, the spider or the vermin or the human on my land, you gotta go. It's like anything else. But the reference of land is my body, my inside body. This is why God called me, woke me up, and told me a lot of stuff. Because your territory is being invaded by like infestations. All right? Which is conglomerates of people that do all of the fuck shit out in the world like leeches. They just spiritual thieves. These are what can suck you from the inside, like from your root chakra or your crown, your third eye, any of your 7 chakras. Like they want to latch on to them and then steal, because they already then went to a practitioner, or they are a practitioner themselves, or they're part of something that has those abilities. And they say, this is an abundant person. And this abundant person, I want to take this. I want to have this. I want this. I want that. It's like they go shopping. Shopping for human beings. And they not only want your outside, but they want your insides too. And they want your soul and they want your spirit. You know, they want your longevity. They want all the things that you can't see, like your happiness, your joy, your hope, your confidence, your tenacity, your growth, your forward movement, your vocals, your ability to see, your ability to hear God. Like they want the things that take time to cultivate. They know that you took time, you invested in yourself, and they want to take your investments away from you. And that means that you're not getting paid for what you produce for yourself, to better yourself in the way that you want to see your life go. And you know what God says? Fuck these people. Your life is going to go the way it's supposed to go. And if I got to kick them off your path, that's what I got to do. If I got to remove them off your land, that's what I got to do. If I got to evict them off your property, that's what I have to do. You're going to stay on your trajectory because we see where you're going to go on your path. And then that's the other thing they don't like, because you do the hard work to change, to heal, to grow, evolve, to understand, to tame your lion, right? And once you do any of those things, it's like every form of forward movement, God sees. And God's like, all right, I like it. I like it. I like it. And they just keep bumping you up, keep bumping you up. They just keep you going, you know? It's like, nah, don't stop now. Like, keep it up. You know, it turns into a rhythm. It turns into a beat. And they're like, damn, that's what's up. I like how that's looking. I like how that's sounding. I like that groove you're making. All right, now you're making it look real easy. Keep it going, girl. Do a dance to it. Do a jig. It's like God sees it because, how can I explain it? If your sales had to grow, right, which they do, they have to reproduce at a rapid rate, right? And that means that they're alive. They're getting the oxygen that they need, the oxygen that they need. And they're turning over. They're flipping. They're changing. Like a stock market. It's kind of like fast. You know? And 100 sales could turn into 1 billion sales overnight. And so it's like rapid fire. You know what I'm saying? And then it has a flow to it. So it's like your insides is an ecosystem. It has a flow. Your outsides is an ecosystem as well. It has a flow. The world is an ecosystem. It has a flow. And then you got these motherfuckers trying to fuck up all 3 of your flows. It's like, whoa, I think you're doing too much. Especially when you want to fuck up somebody's flow where you want them raped, killed, murdered. Well, kill and murder is the same thing, but I think one is more brutal than the other because they wouldn't be 2 different words. But in either way, you know, all the money stolen, you want the ideas, you want her face, you want, or my face, excuse me, or you want my organs, or you want me sex trafficked, you want me sodomized. It's like every trial and tribulation where people aren't understanding that they put Jesus through, they put me through, you know? But the crazy part is these people know this. And they know I come from Jesus' lineage. They know in the previous life, that's who I was too. It's like a lot of things God told me. A lot of things God said, hey, I walk with Jesus. We was the same. Like a lot of stuff. You know, and so people are questioning, right? They're questioning things like, we've done this, 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 and that to her, but she has not turned against us. She has not turned evil. She has not retaliated. She has not, just did fuck shit. Even though they know I'm capable. And they seen it. And they're like, she ain't did none of the shit that she used to do. You know what I mean? And it's not that I don't want to. I've said this plenty of times. It's not that I don't want to. I myself, I would like to. I would love to. Okay? But God told me, he said, boo boo, all we need for you to do, stay in love. Love is a frequency. Not in love like I'm so in love with you, but stay in a loving state of mind, of being. It is a frequency. All right? And use your mind. And I said, that's it? That's all I got to do? That's all you want me to do? They said, yeah. We'll even give you all your wishes. Even your wishes going back as far as when you were 6 years old. And I said, man, I think I said something like I wanted to rule the world. Or I'm going to rule the world. And God said, yeah, because it's your world. We gave it to you. At your first celestial birth. This is your planet. That's the other reason why they can't fuck with you. That's the other reason why we don't let them fuck with you. And that's the main reason why we remove people from wanting to fuck with you. Because this is yours. And what you can do, none of them can do. It doesn't matter who they put in that spot, they can't do it. It doesn't matter what they call themselves, what they present, what they say about you, they can't do it. And they know it, that's why they attack you. And the prophecy on my life, God told me, they'll never stop attacking me. Because I'm like moth to a flame to these people. And some are my family. Some are old friends. Some are people I've never met in my life. Some are people from previous lifetimes. And just some are just paid to just do fuck shit to me. And they are all still so perplexed as to how I'm still here. None of them want to admit that it's God helping me. None of them want to admit that. None of them want to actually recognize who I am in the spirit, in the flesh. And none of them want to come to terms with the fact that they're going against God's child, even though they know it. And I'm not talking about God's child like I'm in a sea of all of his kids. I'm his actual, factual first. I can take more than others. And I'm not bragging. But it's because I'm a first. Because when God does something, it doesn't matter if they want to make a universe, cosmos, ethers, a galaxy, a Milky Way, a planet. You have all of those like raw materials of whatever their creation is within your vessel. From that time. And then every time, that's like your first soul. And then every time your soul comes back, wherever it goes, because the soul and the spirit never die. I keep telling people this. So it doesn't matter if I don't come back here, right? I can go to Saturn. I could go to Pluto, right? It's like my soul gets expanded upon because it is one set of knowledge that is vast, then another. It's like compound. It's like then another. And you don't lose it. It's just dormant. And everyone has the opportunity to get the Ten of Pentacles. Like everybody got Ten of Pentacles set aside for themselves if they do the right thing for or by themselves. Like, if your life is fucked up, you need to ask yourself, well, why is it? Is it because of something I'm doing or something somebody else is doing? And then, which one is it? If it's both of them, you need to look at your habits and what you're doing and then look at the other people. You start disciplining and changing yourself for the better. And then you start getting rid of people that don't want to change for the better. God is not complicated at all. People make God complicated. And that is the honest to God truth. Okay? And I went on what is called a spiritual journey. I didn't even know that that's the road I was traveling down. Meaning, people like to categorize things like whether you're spiritual or religious or you're atheist or Pentecostal or whatever. It's like whatever's at your root, And I wasn't none of those, I would say, yes, I'm a Christian, but if I needed to label myself just spiritual or just religious, no. Because I use religion and spirituality to help me learn about me, help me learn about God, and help me unpack any issues that I ever had in my life. And it also helped me to learn more about myself, figure out a lot of stuff, and come to terms with a lot of things and a lot of people, and find peace in a lot of things. So things that were unresolved got resolved. And then I didn't realize, as I was resolving inner conflict within myself that was surrounded from other people, that God will bump you up spiritually. It's bumping you up, bumping you up. Now, God has always talked to me, but sometimes it's at crucial times, And I never questioned it. I just responded with an okay, and I would do whatever God would say do because God was saving my life. And I knew it. And I didn't know any magic. I didn't practice magic or dark or light. I just didn't know any of it. I'd never purchased a book. I'd never signed up for a course and I never went to a coven or a meeting or anything like that. But God was just like, you already are the magic. You already are the magician. That's why you weren't taught any of it. And I didn't know that until God got pissed, because God told me. He was like, well, all this will stop. You just work your magic. And I'm like, work my magic? Dude, what magic? And Mother God was like, your hands are powerful. Your mind is powerful. Like, you know some spells and da 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 da. I said, I do. Where? Please tell me where. And because of my intentions, meaning as I spoke my truth, and it's because of the resonance and the coherence, it's like they can tell if you're lying or if you're telling the truth, you know. And they knew at the core of my being, I was telling the truth. And God was like, what the fuck? These people ain't do shit I told them to do. Who the fuck was I talking to? And I was just like, oh shit, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I know the message that I get, but anything else in between that, I don't know. But y'all piss God off. Off. And I'm talking about Mother and Father God. Y'all pissed them off. And you knew that you did it. That's the crazy part. And you didn't care that you fuck with his kid. Like, didn't care at all. And then you knew that they would always protect me as like they've always have. And the craziness is you guys are still plotting. 3 years gone by, you still plotting. And it's like, oh, well, we see her by herself and no one's with her. And we think we got her, you know, because she's not talking to us, so she got to be down. She's not with anybody, so she got to be sad. Or she's not participating in this because we closed her out of this. Or we, you know, it's like these erroneous assumptions that you're slumping somebody into a state of I don't want to live, you know, like a state of depression to where like you want to take yourself out. Like that's what you're doing, even though I don't think like that, but that's what you think that you are doing. And the sad part is what I had to come to terms with is, well, this isn't anyone's first time doing this, because they've had to have done this so many times, because they know at certain points, like, why isn't she acting like this, and this? Why isn't she doing this, and this? Why isn't this happening right here? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, wow, this is beyond sad. And it's hurtful. It's hurtful to a point that, yes, you do want to retaliate. But it's also hurtful to a point where it's like, where is your mind? You know, I'm just going to say it like this. When you look into someone else's life, let's say I looked into someone else's life, okay? And I admired what they have and what they have done and what they have achieved. Admiring that is a form of respect. I don't want to take it from them. I don't want to steal it from them. I don't want to claim it as mine, as if I did the hard work and achieved it. I would like to just learn from that person, you know? But that is not the thought of you folks. You're truly on a quest of dominating someone, stealing. And I know I have this voice that's like sounds very pushover like, but I can get real serious. And my voice can change to where you know I ain't playing with you, you know. But the fact that everyone wants to get away with their crimes. Even though I told you that God talks to me in between my ears and that I was sent to just combat all of that stuff and remove it, you want to make it harder. And then as you made it harder, I still did exactly what God said I was going to do. Still combat it and remove it. You know? Doing it the right way, though. That's the key. And what really, I can say that this hurts my feelings, but to some folks, when I say this hurts my feelings, right, they want to say, yeah, we got her. Oh, her feelings is hurt. Oh, she's in an emotional state of being. No, that's not how I'm saying it. I'm saying like it hurts my feelings because I can feel things deeply, but I also know how to discern them and remove certain feelings out of the way inside my vessel so it won't affect the overall achievement of what I need to do here. But what hurts my feelings is the fact that you would rather kill me than heal. You would rather hurt me than live in your truth. You would rather lie on my name, throw me in jail, instead of living as your true self. You would rather rob me blind, steal, versus just allowing me to be me and then ask me for the money that you would need once I get it. Do you understand where God is coming from? Because if I was still in the matrix, right? No, everybody won't be going this hard. They'll just still be stealing from me, but they'll still ask me for money after they stole it. You know, what God has been testing on a lot of people is you've had the highest ranking royal figure under your nose. And I've said this before, and they wanted to know how you would treat me. And it didn't matter who you would be to me. They just wanted to know how you would treat me. And I didn't find that out until about 3 years ago. Certain things God did not tell me early. Certain things I just walked in blindly and I just had to endure, you know. And during the enduring part, you know, God would come back through Mother and Father God, and they would restore me. Because this is a real thing. Life keeps lifing, right? Life has to still play out as life plays out, because what the gods were dealing with was the root of the devil. The biggest liars, manipulators, the stealers, the robber of destinies. I'm talking about, these were people like, man, like I didn't know this existed, but you can have, a thief on payroll, right? But then you can call in a master thief that has stolen and has never gotten caught. But then there is what I have never heard of, a spiritual thief. And as I was going through different trials and errors, I did not know that the people that were attacking me, yes, they were practitioners. Yes, they were part of a coven. Yes, they were skilled at all these things, but they were spiritual thieves, which is essentially robbers of destiny. Because what's inside of you comes from God. You can choose your vessel, but what's inside that vessel comes from God. And they know who has what and who's running low on what, and what house is empty and what house is full, and what house needs some work, and what house got some malfunctions on it. And I'm speaking house, saying your chakras is a house. Different chakra systems are houses, and then they hold different things, and I like to call them rooms. Okay? And they attack your houses. Well, with me, they attacked every house I have. Not just the 7. All 22. They went into my little houses and attacked those too. They went into my little rooms and attacked those too. It's kind of like you can have a big house and a shed. They even went in the motherfucking shed. You know what I'm saying? Raided that bitch too. They even went into the bunker house. They went into the house under the ground. They went into the forest house. It's like, what? And they did the depletion game on me so well, right? And I was getting briefed the entire time. And as I would be walking or about to go to sleep, they would tell me, we're going to restore your body, and we're going to restore your mind. While you sleep, we're going to work on you here. And all I would be like is, okay. Because I'm not trying to argue with God about these people. I'm not trying to argue with God about what God is doing for me either. I am not trying to wrestle with every demon that I've already wrestled with before several times. You get it? It's one of those things where in the darkness, right? They just be like, no one can see me. But then God shines a light in the darkness. And I'm that light, However, it's one of those things where, imagine you're a demon on crack, demon on coke. You know how hard it is to fight a crackhead? To fight a cokehead? A heroin addict? Whatever addict it is, it's hard. Because they doing it for the drug. They ain't doing it for you. They don't care about you like that. Because they don't even care about themselves like that. They look at your vessel as a healthy vessel and is an insult to them because they corrupted their vessel and they want yours so they can keep corrupting a new vessel, which means they're unhealed on repeat. Repeat, repeat, repeat. And not learning not one lesson, not trying to follow not one growth pattern, not trying to change not one thing about them. They want to keep going down the road they're going on. And I don't say, hey, used to say it, like, hey, why you going down that road? You don't need to be on that road. Like, that road ain't no good for you. Like, come on off of it. Come on over here. And they'll be looking at me like, oh, bitch, your road is lame as fuck. No. And I'm like, oh, I don't understand how my road's so damn lame when you still in my road. I don't understand how my road's so damn lame when you want my road. I don't understand how my road is so fucked up when you doing everything to kill me for my road. Like, what am I missing here? And then I just voluntarily said, hey, come on over here and start you reject it. It's that kind of mix up in the screws in the brain. They don't want to accept it as a invitation. Okay? Because that would require them to acknowledge who you are. But they are willingly want to be closed off in the dark and want to look at you like a regular person and talk shit about you like you're a regular person, but then want to steal your angelic life, but then try to keep you as a regular person. Are you seeing what I'm putting down here? And then they want to return back holier than thou, like they are the God of all the gods. And I could clearly be like, no, you're not. I know because I talk to them. I know because they talk to me. And I know when I see a God, they're not arrogant at all. They're not egotistical at all. You don't have to humble God at all. God has been through the fuck shit. Of all the fuck shit. Of all the fucked up people. God is called to the worst scenes of the worst scenes of the worst scenes. So, this is why I point out to people that what you're doing to me isn't working, and it's not arrogance. It is not cockiness. It is the fact that you are trying to humble a person, a being, a God, an angel, a seer, a shaman, and I can keep going on and on with everything that I know I am. But you're trying to humble someone that is humbled beyond humbled. Because when you can see what God shows me, and I think that ability is coming soon, because I need to be able to just show some folk. But when you can see it, it'll instantly take you out of that. And it'll instantly you would want to whoop the ass of anybody that said anything fucked up and wrong about you, because people do not understand. I ain't gonna say they don't. They do. They understand the power of their mouth. They understand that their mouth can make or break them. Okay? But what these folk do, they ain't trying to humble themselves at all. What they like to do is talk the shit, hide their hand, pretend like they ain't say shit when they in your face. But they are reckless. They are heinous. They are diabolical. They are nasty. And this is what I usually say to folks when I get whiffs of it. You wouldn't be talking that type of shit if you was out of town. See, I've realized when people get hooked to these groups, these covens, these cults, these churches, these organizations of whatever kind, they get some type of boldness that they didn't have before. And I would say to folk, I know the real you. Whether you really a big dog out here or you really a big ass punk. Oh, but I know you. But you get with these places. Then you get arrogant, you get cocky, and you want to flex. So what if those places are taken away from you? That's the power I have. And what if they are removed? Just like I removed my protection. What if you are just left with your mouth? And how many people have you trashed with your fucking mouth and gotten away with it? How many people know that too? And how many people have you fucked up before me with your mouth? And I don't take that lightly. You know why? Because just like I have to sit right here and think about what I'm going to say before I say it, you do too. But not only do you sit and think about what you're going to say, you plan it out. You plot, scheme, scam it up, get your friends. And it's just a round table of fuck shit with fuck bitches and fuck niggas. Not understanding that your energy is so fucked up, it created a war in heaven. Not understanding that your energy is so fucked up, it created that same war on earth because you fuck with me. And not understanding that your fucked up ass mouth is fucking up your own lineage. And I'm talking about even the kids that ain't even born yet fucking up your lineage. Because you yourself already fucked. And it's like, people want to get mad at me on how frank that I'm talking about the situation and that I'm not being passive and wanting to hold your hand or allow you to keep talking shit about me and look over the fact that, oh, you sent people to kill me. You sent people to hurt me. You tried to kill me from the inside because ultimately everybody want me dead over some fucking money that people have left me because they already knew the calling on my life and they knew that I was going to carry it out and they knew I needed resources to do it. And so did God. It's an order that you're fucking up. It's an order that you're fucking with. And because of all the fucked up shit that you've done, that order is here. And it is going to restore order to the person that's supposed to be in that position. It's going to restore life to the person that is supposed to be with that title. It is going to restore order to all the fucked up shit that you did, to not just the main person, me, but everybody else on your path that you decided that you wanted to take down, and destroy. And because you were successful with other people and you just took it on the road, like you wanted to keep that shit going. That's why God like turned me on and activated me. And then remove my protection from people in this world. And then increase my protection in the heavens. Because what God saw, everybody wanted to attack me spiritually. Because no one wants to get caught for their crimes. And God already told me, oh, they're going to get caught anyway. That don't matter. See, what we do, we operate off of street justice. And God said, in case you don't understand what that means, daughter, spirit can get you anytime, anywhere. That's why we are unseen. We watch up close every day. We see everything. That's why we are unseen. We are designed to remove bullshit like this every day, all day. So God said, what you them folk out here doing, it is beyond too many people coming for one person. It is beyond too many attacks coming for one person. It is like you reached a limit. You reached the limit on earth. You reached the limit in heaven. You reached the limit in hell. And then you reached the limit in the universe. Do you understand the magnitude? The bullshit? On what you reached? You know how many breaches that is? It's a lot. But it also shows and tells what I have endured for years. Earth, heaven, hell, universe. And that's why y'all like, damn, I can't believe she's still here. But I told you how I'm still here. All the gods back me. Plus the primary two that made the fucking universe. All the planets back me. All the realms back me. So you can't get over, no matter how much you think you are getting over, you can't. There's no outranking me. And if you can't tell that I'm a humble person, because I could have did a whole lot of evil things to people and I never did. Never. What's the point? I saw you were doing it to yourself. Just for fucking with me. It's like you'll be like, killer, killer, killer. And just murder, murder, murder. And then just sending death after death after death. And then you're like, ah ha ha ha. Ah ha ha ha. God don't see it. Killer, killer, killer. And I would feel it each and every time. And I would just look at you. And I would say something. Sometimes it'll be inadvertent. Like, hey, I understand about spell work. I understand about, death magic. I understand about this. Why are you doing this? Or you shouldn't be doing this. Or what are you getting out of this? Or I would just stare at you. Like I see you. What God says, it's like, yo, you're deciding your fate. And the way I'm excluded from, like, deciding your fate, but yet I decided, it's two ways. So I am not attacking you. You get what I'm saying? Because that keeps the war going. And I'm not attacking anyone. So it shows the bullying on your end. That's how you decide your fate. But yet I have a deciding factor in your fate because you are constantly attacking me. And God said, oh, when I get justice, it's for them to do it. Keep your hands clean, my dear. Keep your purity running pure, my dear. Because you will run this world. And you will rule it too. You know? The reason being is because of the amount of cruelty that I've experienced from other people, other races, other ethnicities, other religions, it's just like a shitload, and I'm love itself. Like, I have multiple roles here. That's why you can't get rid of me. My soul is the longest living soul on this planet, in the universe, actually. And it doesn't matter if you knew that or not. The principle is the fact that y'all like attacking people. You like hurting people. You like killing people. You like setting people up. You get a rise out of causing pain, humility, or humiliation. Like, you get a kick out of what you do. And you feel like, oh, since she didn't speak, I'm going to send this death magic her way. It's like, really? This shit don't even match. But I want to end with this. I didn't get on my journey to have to deal with this bullshit. I got on my journey because I wanted to know who I am. I wanted to know who I am. And I wanted to know where I was going. Because I knew I was going somewhere. Because I was attacked so much and I was on my deathbed so much. And God was always telling me, like, you're achieving things that others haven't because you are enduring what others want to pass. And people don't understand, if you endure through, not you ain't got to be a gullible, dumb, stupid motherfucker, because that's what they thought I was. Because I was taking the jabs, I was taking the blows, I was taking the bullshit. I was saying it, and I just won't say nothing. And the reason why I wasn't saying nothing is because when I used to fight all the time, I knew how powerful I was because I knew God was backing me. You know, I could see in the dark. You know, so I can go totally black and I still could see. And I was still accurate as fuck. You know? And the purity within never changed. And God would always tell me the reason why it never would change, meaning that peace, that inner fulfillment, was because these people were wrong from the gate. They were already plotting, scheming to hurt you anyway. And you didn't know that. And you were always getting ambushed. You know, and you had to defend yourself. And I'm like, damn, you know, this shit is fucked up. And it's real fucked up because they kept it going. They just kept it going. You know. And God keeps wanting me to tell everybody, like, you can't be offering other people up as a sacrifice. You can't be offering other motherfuckers up as collateral. You can't be offering other motherfuckers up because you want to be famous. What? You ain't got no talent of your fucking own? If you ain't got no talent, you don't need to be famous any fucking way. Shit. A lot of y'all motherfuckers, if you just had some goddamn sense, you know how you could be famous? Be a sportscaster. Be a newscaster. Take communications as a degree. You're on TV. People will know you. And all you gotta do is read a fucking prompter. But I guess that's too much for you to do too. Like, damn. It's simple shit like that. Read the goddamn weather. You'll still be famous. But okay. Anywho. Once God enlightened me to the bullshit, I determined myself that I was going to keep going because I wanted to know more about my other souls from my past. I wanted to go on a God's journey, an angel's journey, a Arcturian journey, a Lyran journey. Get it? Like, you can even call it an alien journey. All I understood was what was placed in the Bible and in other history and in different scriptures, you know, that we were lost people. And I wanted to be found in more ways than one because I was constantly being attacked. And God, they were constantly renewing my vessel. Okay? Because what people don't understand is you're sent here to fix something. You're not sent here to make shit worse. You're not sent here to fuck up more shit. And y'all are definitely not sent to start more wars. And what's crazy is Mars is the warring planet. This is what I want people to understand. A lot of you come from there. And you bring that warring attitude to Earth. And it's because you ain't even healed from your Mars shit. And you got to go back and heal from it. Because a lot of people that's in your life is from Mars. Because you agree on a whole lot of Mars shit. The plotting, the scheming, the scamming, the warring, the bantering back and forth, the wanting to fight all the time. That's it's like it don't matter the type of war. You are comfortable just with war. And even though I am a spiritual warrior, that does not mean I want to stay in war all the time. Just think about it. Imagine that you're a regular soldier and you go off to war. And then if you are hit in a way where you are traumatized and you have some PTSD and you bring that back home from the war, that's another war within you. And you have to heal from that, plus the war, plus your childhood. Okay? And even though I ain't never been to the damn Army, Navy, Marine, or nothing, but that's what you put me through. Okay? But the moral is, when those people come back from war, and if they are blessed to not have some type of mental disorder or physical disorder, they just want to live. They just want to experience life. They just want to see what life has to offer outside of war. War is not everything. Okay? They actually care about like their family. their friends, their loved ones. They want to take that time out to watch them and see them grow and help them cultivate themselves into young adults, teenage to young adults to older. It's like they care about life because they have experienced death on a massive scale. A lot of you folks have not. And then the other half of you have, but you have mental disorders that you refuse to heal from. And I am not taking on anyone else's trauma or drama or karma. No. I'd rather talk to you on this video or write on my platforms and give you different tools to be able to heal yourself. Because I've done it. Not just once. Several times. That's the other reason why I ain't going down. I learned how to heal myself. Because I know myself. Inside and out. No one else knows me better than me. I would never let a person know me better than me. I've been through that. And I saw the psychological mind fuck that came with it. And I was like, oh my God, you're evil. And I noticed it's like, how can I say it? I heard people say this. They tried it on me, then they tried it on other people. Or they tried it on other people and then they want to try it on me. Either way, it's cruel. It's cruelty. Either way, they've been successful at doing it and they want to keep it going. Either way, it's sinful, and they don't want to get caught for those sins. But either way it goes, God is saying, gotcha, bitch. Don't matter who you are. Man, woman, don't matter. Gotcha. Mainly because I was on a self-healing journey. And all of you folks never wanted me to heal. And what people don't understand is you even got to keep your healing a secret. And I know that sounds crazy, but you have to. Because you think you can trust people and rely on them and tell them what you've been through or tell them what you have accomplished and achieved, and you think that they're going to be happy for you? I am more than living proof that that is a lie. So a lot of times it would look like, oh, I was just dumb, stupid, naive, gullible. But I listened, I paid attention, and I followed like patterns and situations and remembered different other bullshit from other times. And it was like, this comes from there, this comes from here. But this person's still stuck there or whatever the case may be. But I could not be truly forthcoming on how far I have gotten, because the sabotage is real, yo. On all levels. It don't matter how rich you are or how poor you are. The sabotage is realer than a motherfucker. Poor come after you because they want a blessing. Rich come after you because, shit, them motherfuckers want an even bigger blessing. And then God was like, don't matter which way you look at it, you was always looking like a lick. Ain't that some shit? But it's the truth. The more you grow, that's what you look like. And I said to God, why doesn't Tony Robbins look like a lick? Why doesn't Bill Gates look like a lick? Why doesn't one of those sultans. Look like a lick. You know? But they want to catch you before you get so far. You know? They have this thing. They don't want certain people to achieve anything. Believe it or not, they have a list of those people who they don't want to be able to do stuff. And it's sad, but it's true. And other people will follow that protocol blindly and not ask any questions. Then there's some that ask questions and they get popped the next day. And without God's protection, I know I wouldn't be here. And these people keep trying to break that. And I keep saying over and over again, how are you going to break God? God's an energy. Like, what the fuck? Like, breath is an energy that sustains your life. How are you going to break fucking God? You can't. You know. But people wanted my God-like abilities so they can use it only to break me. And God said they could never break the original of the originals. See, when the gods wanted to manifest a being into form, they were still energy themselves. Energy from somewhere else. Okay? But the being that they manifested was me. So, like the first form, first body, or embodiment. So I'm its truest form. That's why I am truth. And I was made out of love from them. So that's why I am love. And I am the spark because I am the first. And I'm the all-seeing eye because I came from all of them. All of them, the big gods, like, cultivated them. It's like one of those things. And I can hold all of their energy. No one else can do that without, like, mentally cracking, physically cracking. Because what you cannot do, and this is what I've been trying to explain to people, I am the truth, the truth, the truth, the truth, the truth from the celestial realm truth. And you want to tell a lie on that? God taxes your ass. And I am the love, the original love from the beginning of the motherfucking world, love, the light. Then you want to play with the love life of that? You're playing with celestial things. You're not playing with puppy love. You're not playing with do you hope to tell the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth and everything? No. You're not playing with that. That's like some earthly shit. You're playing with celestial embodiments of attributes and essences that cultivated a human being into form, that God put codes and keys into for the mere simple fact so other beings couldn't get a hold to it. And I don't even control all of the activations. Most of them they control because main reason, they know y'all fucking with me. Let's say I could have achieved something last month, right? You know what they do? They check the timeline. They check the trajectory, okay? And they see when it's less fuck shit going on. Then they say, this is a good time. Come on in right here. We're going to go ahead and give it to you. Then there are other times when they see that the fuck shit is going to be heightened, to a high level of fucking bullshit. And then they on some shit like, nah, we're going to give you this shit early. Pew. It's already in your chart. It's already in your destiny. It's already in your 12th house or your second house or your 4th house. We're giving it to you right now because that's what they're doing this right here. You see? My faith is the highest. My belief is the highest. And what I mean by highest, I don't doubt God. I don't have wavering like faith. Mine is just unmovable, unshakable. I know. I know, and I know. I know the good, the bad, the ugly of all parts of not just God, this world, people, and their thoughts and their actions. And I don't even ask to know a lot of it, And if I get in my feelings sometimes, I say, hey, we got to clean these up. We got to get this part out of here because it's going to feel it trying to throw me off. And you're like, all right. Now, for all of y'all that are doing dark practices and possibly you're being of the light and you might have some light left in you and you don't even know it, maybe you should tell or ask God to just remove certain people from your life that you think that are influence you in a bad way. And watch things start to change for you. Maybe you should pray for peace instead of chaos. And if you get it, God is saying, hey, thank you for choosing our side. Because you weren't made for that side over there. If you know you got magic in between your hands and in your brain and all that good stuff. And throughout your whole body. And it radiates through you. And you know how to do some fucked up shit to people. And you say to yourself, hey, I don't want to do fucked up shit anymore. I actually want to do some light shit, And then God says, well, Susie, you've been hurt. Let's tackle your hurt first. Susie, you've been drained in this area right here. And this area right here has always been attacked by spell work from other people. In order to create a cold motherfucker, you know what you gotta do? Do cold motherfucking shit to him. Most of it's magic. So your heart is really not a cold heart because you really want it to be a cold heart. Your cold heart is trained, cultivated. It is molded into that. But once you decide and say, I've been an asshole for a long ass time. I don't think I'm getting too old to be an asshole no more. And God might say something like facts. And then you might say, I've been an asshole to this earth angel, this demi-goddess for over 10 years now, and they ain't getting me shit but early grave. And God might say, true, very true. I'm gonna stop doing this because this shit ain't getting me nowhere. I spent more money than I've gained, and it's obviously she ain't dying, and I ain't gonna get the gifts that she got. I need to just work with the gifts that I still have before you take them. And then God would be like, yeah, you're on the verge of it all just withering away, Bob, And so you say, all right, let's cut this out. And then God might say back to you, you got to heal in this area, you got to heal in that area, or you need to find a way to control yourself over here, or you are going to lose this gift and that gift right here because You overly did it fucking with her. And, we're making adjustments over here because we can see in your trajectory that you can't control yourself in this particular area. And it's not that we can place the control over you because you got free will, you got free, choice. That's why we can only see in your trajectory on what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. But it seems like you want to save your life instead of you want to end it. Because if we keep you on the road that you're on, you're going to die. We see it. But because you're coming to us and you're talking to us and you want to make some adjustments and some changes and you realize the error of your ways and some mistakes here and there, and you're deciding that you want to do some real change in your life, before your life actually ends, so you can extend it for some more time, you can't borrow and take her time anymore. This is where we can make some adjustments to help you out. Now, if you are able to pull through all the different challenges and things you're about to go through, because everyone is going to get their karma during their seasons of karma. And the way we look at things is like this. If you are standing afterwards, then fly down. You're all right with us. If you struggle along the way, it depends. Did you want her to have some help or did you not? But nonetheless, we're giving you some help right now and letting you know what will happen and what won't happen. Because this is the part where your heart kicks way against the feather. And it's heavy. It's heavy. And you need to lighten up your load. That means what you do? You get rid of people that's weighing you down. You get rid of things that are weighing you down. Meaning, when I say get rid of, I know y'all dark people here. Let me just throw this off on somebody else. Let me find another good person with some abundance and let me bind them, let me hex them, let me curse them. No. What God is saying, how you get rid of it is you learn your trauma. You don't learn it to do it. You don't learn it to repeat it. Like if you've been raped, you don't go out and rape, And then if you've been raped, you don't use it as an excuse to rape more like that. But what you would do is you say, hey, I was raped. These things happen right here. I was moving like this. And sometimes some people say things like, I deserved it. It's not that you deserved it. It's like actions portray certain things. And it makes the other person think you deserve it. And they do things. But what they are saying is certain things, a lot of things can be avoided if you pay attention to not only your actions, but the actions of other people. People give themselves away when they are diabolical. When they are evil, they give themselves away. And they don't realize it. And some of it is subtlety. Some of it is like mouth gestures, hand gestures, it's looks, it's moans and groans, it's you get spider tingles, you get epiphany moments. It's different things that can help you put you on game. Part of your instincts. And people just don't pay attention to their instincts. And they don't pay attention to the instincts of others. If there's a diagnostic statistical manual out there, DSM 4 or 5, it has all the disorders in it. And I did at one point have it memorized because I did work in human services, because that was my degree, behavioral health. And plus I wanted to learn about myself, But that manual lets you know we're a number here, and you don't know what your number is here, But they've done statistics and analysis and everything, and they'll say, well, based on personality disorder, it all has this criteria right here. And we did a study on 1,000,000 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, 1,000,000,000 people. It doesn't matter how many, but all the facts still check out to the same shit. And I'm not saying that you should go through that manual and be like, damn, I got this. Damn, I got that. Oh, shit, I'm like this. But you should go through it and be like honest with yourself. Because you might need some medication. And you probably know you medication. And you're purposely not going. And you're purposely not taking it.